This video is going to be an update regarding some recent incidents. We have huge developments in Cristine's SA case, Mim's situation and her explanation, plus a few smaller updates about Lingorm, Ginnyjayna, Lenamiu, and more. Everything is timestamped. First, let's talk about the major updates in Cristine's case. There have been some serious developments. Yesterday, Thai media picked up the story quickly, and Cristine herself spoke to the media. If you don't know, Cristine is a GL actress from the series Reverse For You. She was SA by someone who came during a medical emergency pretending to help her. Now we even have CCTV footage and some images from the incident. Cristine has officially filed a complaint and submitted evidence at the police station. She also spoke publicly about it, and it gets worse. She said the man not only assaulted her, but also allegedly took nude photos of her inside her room. According to reports, this happened on March 31st around 3 a.m. Cristine was having a panic attack along with a severe allergic reaction. Her allergies flared up badly. She couldn't breathe properly and couldn't move. She contacted her friends and asked them to send help. Her friends reached out to emergency rescue services. In the meantime, she took medication. She was dizzy. Her body wasn't responding, but she was still conscious. That part is really important. She knew what was happening, but couldn't physically react. Then this man showed up, alone. That's already a red flag because rescue workers don't usually come alone. And now we know why. He wasn't even an active rescue worker. He was a former volunteer who allegedly got access to emergency channels and basically showed up pretending to be one. So this was someone impersonating a responder and taking advantage of a completely vulnerable situation. This man, around 34 years old, showed up wearing just a black shirt. No proper uniform, no clear ID, no equipment, nothing that actually proves he was a real rescue worker. He went up to the room with a security guard, but then the guard had to go back downstairs to open access for police and her friends. At that point, Cristine's friend and the police hadn't reached her room yet. So for about 5-7 minutes, she was left alone with him. And that's when it happened. During that short window, he allegedly undressed her and did the heinous act. What makes this even more terrifying is that Cristine was conscious the whole time. Her body couldn't move, but her mind was fully aware. She knew exactly what was happening. She told the media she was so scared that she just shut her eyes and pretended to be unconscious. Because in that moment, she thought, if he realizes she's aware, he might hurt her even more, or worse, end her life. So she stayed still, out of fear. There are also allegations that he was using his phone and that he had taken photos for her. Then, when he heard the elevator, someone was coming. He quickly covered her up and pretended like he was performing CPR. After that, she was taken to the hospital. There's CCTV footage of parts of this sequence too. And this part is really important. Once she got to the hospital, she asked the doctors if what he did was normal procedure. Like, was it normal for a rescue worker to undress her and touch her like that? And the doctors straight up told her, no, that is completely inappropriate. They also advised her not to shower and to keep her clothes as they were so they could be used as forensic evidence. It's horrifying to even process all of this. On top of that, there is victim blaming going on. A lot of posts are mentioning what she was wearing, saying she was in a nightgown and not wearing a bra, and I'm sorry, but that is straight up victim blaming. She herself told the media she wasn't wearing anything revealing, but even if she was, that still doesn't justify anything. Some people are seriously asking, why wasn't she wearing a bra? Like, it was 3 a.m., she was at her own room. Many women don't wear bras if they are just home. That's completely normal, and also completely irrelevant. Now, when she spoke to the media, she made it very clear what she'll keep moving forward. She said, from here, it will be a legal process. I don't want any money. I will definitely put him in prison. What he did is too much. If he is capable of rape, then he has already done it. I keep thinking, how many times has he done this to others? That part really stuck with me. Because she's not just thinking about herself, she's thinking about potential other victims too. When asked about how the rescuer was contacted, she said her friend was the one who reached out. But she hasn't even properly spoken to that friend yet. They actually had a small argument because her friend thinks she's acting too fast by taking legal action. And her response was basically, when something like this happens to you, you can't stay silent. She even said if no one stands with her, she'll do this alone, and that her mental state is really bad right now, but life still has to go on. She should end her friendship with this so-called friend. It's really heartbreaking. On the investigation side, the police have been quick and cooperative. There's CCTV footage, and her memory of the timeline and the attacker's behavior matches with what's seen on camera, which also proves she was conscious during the incident. Police also noticed multiple suspicious behaviors from the suspect. They even believe he might have done this before and that there could be other victims. More details came out too. He wasn't officially part of any Bangkok rescue unit. He allegedly joined line groups used by real volunteers and used them to intercept emergency calls. There were reports that an arrest warrant had already been issued, and now we have an update. He has been arrested. He admitted to the assault. He also admitted to taking photos. He cooperated with the police and led them to evidence. Apparently, he had 2 phones. He handed one over first, but another one was hidden in his car. Police have now seized both, and they contain evidence. He claimed he wasn't sharing those pictures with anyone, like it makes things any better for him. At least now he's behind bars. This just shows how important it was that Cristine acted immediately. If she had stayed silent, like people were telling her to, who knows what would have happened next. It takes a lot of strength to go through something like this and still choose to fight. Hopefully she gets justice, take care of herself, have people who can support and truly care for her. Hopefully this disgusting human being gets the maximum sentence for what he did. I'll keep you guys posted on this case. Moving on, another thing that really broke my heart happened again. I absolutely hate when actresses have to come on lives and apologize or give explanations for their past relationships. First, it was Freen, then Ginny, a few months back TK, and now it's Mim from Earth, the series. Mim came online to clarify things after North Star posted their statement. I didn't even know what was going on until I saw the statement. They were quick with their statement, but instead of controlling the situation, they kinda aired the fire and gave attention to negativity that shouldn't have been given attention. And now it's out of control. Then Mim did a short live explanation. Apparently, Mim had dinner with her ex-boyfriend, who is a photographer and works in the industry. They had dinner and posted an Instagram story. Fans who dug this up claimed it happened recently and that she's meeting her ex-boyfriend and having dinners with him, but the company says it's an old photo and not some recent dinner. It looks like a picture taken from another screen or desktop. Well, now they have found some dirt on rising actress. And everything is just a mess. Seriously, avoid that black app for your own sanity. Some fans are mad at North Star for this statement because the company directly confirmed it was the ex-boyfriend. So fans are mad at the company for doing so because, as I said, the news spread widely after the company's statement. Until this point, there were no such rumors. And everyone was making funny memes and rumors for April Fool. Well, shortly after North Star's statement, Mim went live. She further clarified that this previous relationship is over and they've reconciled and are back to being friends. Regarding the dinner she had the other day, she explained it was something she planned with friends a long time ago. She went as a colleague and a normal friend. After dinner, they went to a photo shoot. So she wasn't having dinner with just her ex. There were other friends as well. Mim also promised to be sincere toward her work. She said she'll improve her acting skills, become a better actress, and will always maintain her sincerity and responsibility toward her profession. After that, P-Tick also went live to address the situation. She said, "I've already asked and everyone is completely over it. There's no more talk of being BFGF. Fans might need to give her a chance. She has already done her live streams. Mim has already said that she's clear about her work. Right now, her main goal is her work. Having her fans support her makes her very happy. Facing this kind of problem is quite serious for a young person, so she was quite sad." I asked Nong, "Will you do a live stream with me?" She said, "I'm not ready yet." Something like that. As guardians, I'm here to support her. The agency doesn't want to let her face everything like this on her own. As I said, that whole thing is over. They're just acquaintances and good friends now, and there's nothing more to it. Therefore, the promises the girls made to me, I consider them as confirmation and assurance. So, please give the girls space, give them room to work on what they love, because each of them has goals, aspirations to grow and achieve together. Therefore, these things are a kind of motivation that makes the girls feel like, okay, I want to continue. Please give them a chance. I absolutely hate this trend of coming on live and apologizing and giving long explanations about your exes. Of course, there are all kinds of reactions. Some fans are like me, who don't really care about an ex-boyfriend or an actress being in relationships at all and think they don't need to explain. But a big group of fans are seriously mad, saying things like Mim is lying, that she said it's an ex-boyfriend only because she was exposed, and this is what GL actresses do when they get exposed. They say it's just a friend or ex. The fan service debate that's been going on for days is still alive. Fans are mad at other fans for having reactions. They are saying things like, clearly the actresses themselves sell them this fantasy of being gay and being in a love team. They should be the ones responsible and absolutely apologize about it. I've read posts saying they do it to gain sympathy, coming on live, no makeup, looking like someone held hostage, and that it's all planned theatrics to keep fans for clout and money, only to go back doing the same fan service. All the frustration from the past week about Lena's friend video, then Lingorm getting dragged in, then the fan service debate, it's all coming out with full force on Mim now because it's been confirmed she had an ex-boyfriend. She had a man in her life at some point. Even if she had a woman in her life, it wouldn't really change much. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, and it's alarming. We know the problems exist on both sides. The fan service machine can make you parasocial, and fans also have their own fixations, wanting them to be gay and date only their co-stars. Now, who's going to take the first step and work on themselves? I don't know. Realistically, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Until then, we'll keep seeing situations like this and the outrage that follows. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know. We had the SIA Awards night where Ginny won Rookie of the Year, and they also won Popular Female Couple of the Year. They absolutely deserved it. I think I've mentioned them before. The competition is super high right now, and Ginnyjayna really managed to stand out and sustain their fandom last year. Not only that, they gave us a little sneak peek about the next series, which is the novel adaptation of Lunar Secrets. They're busy with workshops, and Jayna talked about her character. She mentioned how this character is going to be very different from her extrovert self, quiet, doesn't talk, or really share herself. Jayna, being extroverted, she's working on portraying this character fully. She said, in the second series, Jay's character became very dark, quiet, not speaking at all. It really was uncomfortable. Even during workshops, I felt uncomfortable. Not being able to talk is actually quite torturous. We also have the official AMV for Hometown Romance, and it's going to start airing tomorrow. I'm so excited for this show. I can't wait to watch this. I'll be covering and reviewing it. We also have Auntie Zhao, the director of Lingorm's third series, responding again to hateful comments from fans who didn't like some of the images shared by the team. Some fans felt the quality didn't match up and that the girls deserved better. If you don't like or think that these pics are for promotion and not good, not beautiful enough because they were taken from a monitor screen during rehearsal and not the real pics we use for promotion, if you can't bear to see them, then don't come to my X account to find pics you want or wish you prefer in another X account. Okay, please don't quote like this. Not okay for me. Can we please give this man some break? Fans are always complaining, I don't like this, I don't like that, and he gets frustrated already about it and clearly doesn't hold back calling out these fans. So Miu is kind of going viral for her past, and this is actually wholesome, okay. Some of her old images and videos with her co-stars are circulating again, especially with Tar. I don't know exactly where it started, but from what I understand, it's mostly fans reminiscing and kind of mourning that old pairing. It was never an official ship, but Tar and Miu were clearly being set up as a potential couple for the series' successors. They were doing calendar shoots together, and the channel was obviously planning something for them. Some people are even confusing it with her new project, but no. This is old content from when she was under Channel 1, her previous company. And you know how every time we get a new GL couple, people always ask how they met? We always get these cute how we met stories. I could make a whole separate video on that. There are so many adorable stories of how I met my on-screen girlfriend. And the Lenamiu story, it literally sounds like a fanfiction. They were in the same university, but in different majors. A mutual friend introduced them, they became friends, and then, years later, after like 8 years, they ended up being cast as a couple. Lena was actually cast first. She went through Channel 3 auditions for My Safe Zone, and she was very serious about finding the right partner. Then Miu heard about the project, and she made it her mission to get that role. She even ended her contract with her previous channel and paid a huge termination fee, rumored to be around $31 million. She auditioned last, and Lena ended up choosing her as the official partner. And that's how we got Lenamiu. And Miu leaving Channel 1 and taking that risk, walking away from everything they had planned for her, it really paid off in the end. It's kind of crazy how things work out. Sometimes the biggest risks lead you exactly where you're meant to be. So this is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.